In just about a week, Ohio voters will go to polls to have their final say on Issue 1, a proposed amendment that would add abortion and reproductive rights to the state constitution. Next Tuesday's election is being closely watched because Ohio is the only state this November with an abortion rights issue on the ballot. To help discuss what is in Issue 1, what does it mean, and the politics really behind it, we bring in Mark Namick, managing editor of Signal Cleveland, and our good friend here at 3 News. Thanks for being here.
Good afternoon.
So this is something a lot of people are talking about. I mean, since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022, eliminating the constitutional right to abortion, the issue has been put in the state's hands. So the question is, how would Issue 1 change access to abortion for Ohioans?
Yeah, well, let's start with what is legal right now. Abortion up to 22 weeks or thereabout, and possibly abortions after that in the case of the health and well-being of the mother. So that sits right there. If Issue 1 passes, that essentially enshrines the bill into the state constitution. Now, what does that really mean? It means lawmakers can't change it after this. That's why this has become such a big and heavy issue.
You know, let's talk about the heartbeat bill in 2019. How does this heartbeat bill from 2019 affect today's access and the issue here at hand?
Yeah, it's a really good question because it's coming up and it's a little bit confusing. But in short, right now, the heartbeat bill, which would make no exceptions for rape or incest and give very little opportunity for abortion in the health of the mom, is really about closing off abortion. It would stop abortions at 6 weeks. That's about when you can hear the fetal heartbeat. But that has been on hold because of legal challenges. So that sets aside, and that other law that we just talked about, up to 22 weeks, stays in place. If Issue 1 passes, the heartbeat bill is essentially meaningless regardless of what the courts do.
Okay, so my next question is kind of twofold because we've been talking a lot about Issue 1 here on 3 News. And when we talk about it, we know that there's a big political fight behind it, really a test of Buckeye State conservative politics. So how much money is going into Issue 1, but also what do the polls show us at this point?
Yeah, right now we won't have a full view of the money until reports get filed. But we know from other reports that the spending just in September alone has been $9 million by the pro-Issue 1 side, about half of that for the anti-abortion rights side. So that's a good chunk of money. Anybody that's been watching the TV or can't get away from a mailbox, you're seeing literature campaign. But this campaign is active on the ground. That means in the churches, on the streets. All kinds of groups are campaigning for and against. So we don't know for sure. Right now, polls kind of put this at it hasn't been a lot, but it has Issue 1 passing.
Okay. And here's the thing, when we talk about our political coverage here at WKYC, so many of you at home are checking out our rundown of Issue 1, which we have on our website, because there is a lot of interest in this, Mark. A lot of people are talking about this.
And it gets a little confusing when you think about the old Issue 1 from August, which was a different issue, but related to abortion. I'm not going to throw that in the mix right now. We know that Issue 1 is testing the abortion rights, putting that into the Constitution, so you're going to decide whether you want that or you don't.
Are you here for us on Election Day?
I will be around.
I know he would be. All right, Mark Namick live for us, of course. Mark, thanks. And coming up at 5, you'll break down Issue 2 for us.